What do you think about debriefing the officers and social profilers who take part in negotiations?
So police, in the institution where I work in America, we have a police department, and we work very closely with our campus police because they see and experience things that are difficult. They have their safety training, they know when to block things out, but sometimes when their emotions, they don't deal with it enough, it plays out in other very unhealthy ways, whether it's suicide within theirs or being very hostile towards civilians. Yeah. So what we want to do is make sure that those individuals who are in highly stressful situations, these police officers, negotiators who are in very high situations, don't play these and displace their emotion on family, friends, and the community. So there has to be very extensive training, and I don't know if there is here, in managing those type of emotions after the fact and identifying ways that they're coping with things in an unhealthy way. That as you're developing as a clinician, that you are developing as an individual as well, that you are tapping into what is going on for you. Because to help other people fully, you have to fully help yourself first. Because if you haven't helped yourself or understood yourself on a deeper level, you will not be able to go to a deep level with other people. So my biggest advice is get to know yourself as well as you can. Understand your triggers, understand the things that bother you, understand that make you happy. Understand yourself well, and then you'll have no problem understanding other people.
How do hostage or crisis negotiators deal with suicide prevention?
So again, it's not necessarily suicide. They don't look at what's happening there as a suicide. It's a suicide mission, but it's not your typical understanding of suicide. Because understanding of suicide is someone has given up on life, they don't want to live anymore, they have no purpose, they're done. Terrorists have a purpose. They know what they're going to do, it's going to help their organization. Like they're doing the ultimate sacrifice in the best way.
They want their conditions to be fulfilled.
And it's an honor for what they're doing. Where those who are suicidal and depressed, it's not an honorable thing they feel like they're doing. They just don't know any other way out. So there is a very different mentality. So the negotiators, you do have psychiatrists and psychologists amongst the trainers, but it doesn't necessarily go beyond the typical type of suicide training.
Okay.
So with suicide prevention, what's very important is that if you or a loved one is dealing with negative thoughts, especially if those thoughts are leading towards death or wanting to end your own life, the biggest message I have is find someone to talk to. And for those of you who aren't having those thoughts, don't be afraid to connect with people. Don't feel afraid to ask the difficult question. And after you have a difficult conversation, always find someone to release that difficulty with, so that you can take care of yourself and in the process help other people. But always ask the question. Never hesitate to ask the question. And it's okay to ask a difficult question if you're helping someone get out of it.
Thank you, Ms. Shima, for sharing your expertise with us.